Well, what a lovely morning it is today. Right, I just wanted to show you these. These are all fibrous rooters alliums, and basically the uh, uh, mostly evergreen, um, and then they flower in July to September. But there's 4 different sorts, like Millennium, uh, and then a few others, but they're actually just coming into flower, some of these. But it's a bit early. Right, and then these are the peonies. These are just herbaceous ones. And then these are the chill ones, which is a herbaceous cross tree peony. And we've got Scarlet Heaven, Cora Louise, and First Arrival. And we've got a few more of them, but I'll show you them in a bit. Right, phloxes, they're all just coming up nicely. Hostas are just starting to break the leaves. So there's, I think there's probably about 50 or 60 different varieties here. And then we've got some tiny mouse, well, funny mouse actually, and tiny mouse. Right, there, some more herbaceous peonies. Dicentras, 3 different sorts, white, right, quite a dark red, which is Valentine, and then just the ordinary common Dicentra, which also known as bear's breeches, and was it Scotsman's breeches? I can't remember. There is some love. What is it? Love heart. Love. No, it's not love lies bleeding. It's something like that. The other name for it. Right, some Astromerias. And then we've got some nice little Solomon seal, variegata. And then some lovely little hookeras, or hookerelia. And then down here we've just got the perennials, the 351s or 4 for 12. Here we've got salvias, artemisias, different sorts, aquilegia, coreopsis, penstemons, salvias, hypericum, verbena, benensis, and then we've got one called Margaret's Memories as well. Some diathecas there, but I ain't labelled them up yet. And then we've got more penstemons, purple bedder, King George, plum Jenkins, and Fuji, Laura, Czar, and then there's some lithiums there, which is Robert and Blush. And then we've got a full range of lupins. Russell lupins, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colours. Right, these are the tallest green ones. And then underneath there we've got some Salvia cadensis, or Caradonna. And then this is Lupina red. They're the smallest ones, they're the dwarfest ones on the lupins. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different colours in them. Some violets, those finished flowering now. Primula Rosa grandiflora, those just about over and done with. And then we're on to the gallery lupins. The gallery lupins are a medium, so they're like in between. And then lots of geums, Nepeta, different sorts, Persian blue, Walker's Low, Six Hills Giant, Summer Magic, and some more Coreopsis, Moonbeam, and some Rebecca. I'm swinging round, try not to do it too fast, to make you dizzy. Right, Sanguisorba, that one's Little Angel. Geranium Splish Splash, and then St. Orla, Geranium, and that one there, the dark leaf, is, I'll remember that in a minute. That one's Dark Rector. And then we've got some Veronica, which is, which one's that one? First Lady, which is a white one. And then we've got Veronica First Love, which is a red one. A few Iris. Right. Monarda, we've got Purple, Balm, well, Balmy Purple, Balmy Rose, and then some Goria. Whiskey Red, Sparkle White, Little Jane. And isn't it funny how you get a plant and you kind of think, and your name just disappears out of your head. Right, Latris vulgaris, which is basically sweet pea. I mean, look how beautiful they are. They don't grow any taller than this, they just spread. But they're, you know, nice, very nice. And then some bigger Astromeria. These are the tall ones which basically use for cut flowers. And then on this side we've got Lobelias, different sorts. Starship Scarlet, Starship Scarlet Bronze Leaf, Starship Burgundy, and there's Rose there, and there's Starship Blue. Right, these are Achilles or Achilles. Right, these have been going really well in the last couple of years. This is a new one called New Vintage Rose. That one's Moon Dust. That's Vintage Violet, Vintage White. Now the white, I never used to buy it because it always used to go a bit, you know, the colours used to be really good, not that great with it. But this one actually is really not a nice white. It's a nice clear white. And then we've got Vintage Red, Peggy Sue, and Red Velvet, and Belinda. And I believe there's some more of them coming as well. Right, we've got some little clematises, Alpina ones. That one's Blue Dancer. That one's Willy, which looks really nice when it's in flower. A few more there, a few evergreen clematises, some Pyracantha, Ceanothus, and bottle bush plants. There we are. And this one's Selenium, which is basically grows like stink, you know, as a climber. We also have the white one in a bit later on as well. And there's some Cilia, which basically is related to the hyacinths, but these are slightly later flowering. They have a really big flower on them, about 4 or 5 inches round. And they're in white and blue. White Persian blue we've got, and we've got White Moon. A few hardy cyclamens left. Magenta, there's a few of them. They're coons. They're Hedrofolia. Nice for a shady spot. Some Sanguisorba Pink Elephant. And then just here we've got some house leeks or Sempervenas. Different sorts. And then over here we've got some perennial wallflowers. Now these perennial wallflowers, they are really fragrant. at this time of year, well, any time of year really, but they do flower all the way through summer. And if anyone, and also they come back every year, and they have in winter they have a tendency to carry on flowering through winter as well, but you've got to remember to deadhead them, to keep them going. That's a nice little amaranth there, obelisk. I expected it to be a bit bigger than that when it came, but I think it's a beautiful little thing as it is actually. Yeah, we got that from a grower near Wisbeach. And then we've got most of the non-spreading bamboos here, black stems and red stems, black and white stems. Right, we've got some eucalyptus gunnii, that needs restocking. I've got some nicer ones than these, which I'm going to bring out today for tomorrow. Figs, the shuttlecock ferns are just starting to come through. Most of the evergreen ones have gone. Some sonettis, some a bit sere there, abesia, two different colours. Got summer chocolate, and that one's a red one. That one's just starting to break. We'll get there. Sonettis. And then there's a few cheaper shrubs like buddleias and pyracanthes, spireas, escallonias. Some nice little ceanothus down there. And then there's some Carrier japonica there, look. Plena. Just as Carrier, it's supposed to be Carrier japonica plena. Plena means basically double flowering. It's like japonica. When people say, oh, I've got one of them japonicas, I've got one of them. Have you got a japonica? Well, talking about japonica. Right, these are japonica, which is Fatsia japonica. And then there's a Cuba japonica. And there's Camellia japonica something or other. And there's Carrier, we'll go back to that, Carrier japonica plena. And basically it just means Japan really, that's where it's come from. But there's lots of japonicas. Some New Zealand flax or phormiums, cordlines, bit of buxus, and we've got a few of these left, butalongs, some nice little olives, 180 quid, bay trees £80, I mean £40. We've got some Trachycarpus fortunei, they're £85. Right, some Cuba japonicas on the floor, different varieties. Standard ceanothus, and some very low growing honeysuckles down there. Don't see them very often actually. Not surprised they don't sell very well. Right, and then we've got some lilacs just coming into flower. That was Esther Stately, that one. And then we've got some white ones just coming into flower at the back there. And doesn't look like the red one's going to perform this year, does it? No buds or flowers. Oh, might be one on that one. Oh, that's another white one. Right, and then back there we've got some Photinia red robin, big ones. Some nice little malice crab apples up there. If anybody wants any of them, I'll sell them cheap. Right, some 1.5 litre ferns. salvias, Fagilia, and we've got some tree poppers. Oh dear, there we are, look, I'll show you the picture. And then there's some toadflax lilies there. Got 3 or 4 different varieties of them. And then here we've got Magnolia grandiflora, and then some more figs. Right, these are the blimey, they've gone. Right, these are the herbaceous tree peonies. So they're basically herbaceous tree peony cross. Oh no, they're not. A tree peony cross a herbaceous peony. Right, so they can grow to 1.5 meters. We've got pink, yellow, and the flowers last longer. They have a bigger flower on them, and also they do die back down to the ground every year, so you just cut them back. Right, and they're the yellow ones, golden treasure. Right, these are the tree peonies. So these will grow to 1.5, 2 meters. These are the ones we got from China. So they're just coming into flower. Tell you what, some of these are really fragrant. That white one there, that's heaven. And then we've got some more down here, different colours. The red ones. We sold quite a lot of these actually. Oh, well, purpley red or purple. Either way. That looks like it's going to be a salmon. I think we've looked at one similar to that one. That one there, look. Nice clean foliage on them as well. That's the main thing. And these ones have been in flower a bit actually, probably about 2 or 3 weeks. This one's the blue sapphire. That one's a different one. I'm not going to try and pronounce some of these names because they're in Chinese. Okay. My Chinese is not that great. I have enough pronouncing English words, never mind about Chinese words. Right, I've got some nice black stem bamboos in. They're £60. And then we've got a few evergreen magnolias in. That one's blush. And there's some nice little Goldcrest conifers, which are 24 quid. Some bigger grandifloras up back there. That one there, that smaller one, that one's little, I think it's called Little Gem. Well, the one next to it, the big one, that's the big grandiflora. Right, bamboos, bit of topiary. Right, just wanted to show you the other ferns, and then I can't believe I missed them actually. There we are. Right, so these are the small ferns. These are 1 litre ferns. £3.50 each, or 4 for £12 again. That's a new one we got in this year that keeps popping up on the internet. I'll just show you my white feather hostas as well, because there's another one that keeps popping up on the internet, right, which is that one there, and then just coming up there, look. Right, these ones, oh, it's not that one. Right, that's Red October. That has the red stems on the stem when it gets established. And this one down here I showed you before is Fire Island, Hosta Fire. That has the red stems with a yellow top on it as well. It's actually quite a good clear yellow as well, so it's quite nice, that one. And then we've got a few euphorbias and a few hellebores that's left down there. And then we've got outside, there's basically we're still working on that. We've got the lupins out, we've got all the climbers out, we've got most of the grasses out, but things tend to be a bit steady this year for some unknown reason. There's some nice petunias and things like that out there, but the sun keeps getting on the camera, so it's alright, trying to think what the word is. Yeah, I'll think of it in a minute. Angelica. There's some nice Angelicas out there as well. And then the roses, all the standard, well, there's a few standard roses come in. And all the shrub roses and the floribundas, HTs. And there's some patio climbers as well, they've all come in. And I've put all the herbaceous, you might be able to see them if you can. Down that line there, that's all the herbaceous peonies. There's all the trees. Right, the trees, fruit trees, 1 year maidens, Victoria plum, well, plums, cherries, excuse me, plums, cherries, and a few apples left. They're £12 each, and they've gone quite well. And then down there we can see the climbers, if you can see them. Right, back to work then. Anyway, thank you everybody, and have a happy Easter.